Majid Memon, welcome to CNN News 18.
Yes, thank you.
Majid sir, your autobiography titled My Memoir, which is available online and in the bookstores, it's an interesting read, and you've been an advocate and a senior lawyer for the last 50 years now. Although I've read only few chapters of the book, I must say it's very gripping. One chapter in particular kept me engrossed. The chapter about killing of music baron Gulshan Kumar. What is even more interesting is the reason you believe was behind the killing.
That is a case where it was a widely publicized case for multiple reasons. One is that the victim of the crime was, he fell to the bullets of offenders on a broad daylight in front of temple where he had gone to worship. So it is a very emotional matter, number one. Number two, the deceased victim was a very big man as far as Bollywood is concerned at that point of time. This was in 1997. And therefore, there was a lot of noise because he was a very multimillionaire person at that point of time who used to donate funds to political parties, who used to do tremendous business in Bollywood, at times inviting wrath and displeasure and enmity in Bollywood itself. Because what he would do, he was known as Cassette King. And what he would do is that from the streets, he will pick up boys and girls and tell them that, look here, come, sing the song, we will record it. And then, all established people or struggling people in Bollywood were severely affected thereby. And therefore, there was quite animosity from various quarters, and within Bollywood also and outside also. Now this particular event that occurred, unfortunately, the police hurriedly made a theory of their own and came out to media. The police commissioner at that point of time in Mumbai held a press conference in which he said that we have solved the case. It is Nadeem Saifi of Nadeem Shravan music duo, who were also at their peak during 90s in Bollywood. They were the ace music directors at that point of time. So they said, commissioner said publicly in a press conference that we have solved the case. It is Nadeem who gave Supari for the purpose of killing this man for certain personal reasons. Now, this was the foundation of the case. The matter came up on merits before UK court because extradition requests were made by Government of India, and therefore we were before the Chief Justice Court in UK. That was the Supreme Court, Crown Queen's Court. Now, there the evidence was weighed. All the circumstances and evidence that was collected by the police was before that court. There was Crown prosecution, which also took up the matter as a very serious matter, and the hearing went on for quite some time. I'm sorry to say that finally the Supreme Court's verdict is heartbreaking, although it was in my favor. It was a great success for Nadeem, for whom we had argued the matter. But it was a very, very poor and miserable observation with regard to the working of the investigators. There is severe criticism on Mumbai police, where their worships have said in their
But did you get a chance to meet Nadeem in London when you were there?
Yes, of course. He was my client. I was with him all along. I had to make about 23 visits to London in the course of 3 years of hearing. But in any case, finally, the judgment was refusal to hand over Nadeem to Government of India, award of 9,20,000 pounds to Nadeem as cost, plus grant of British passport to him, his wife, his 2 minor children, and his maid, 5 of them. They all got British passport. The Government of India had to appeal against this. This is the last step in the legal process. House of Lords, they went. Government of India went to House of Lords to seek leave to appeal. Leave to appeal was refused, and the matter ended up there.
Did he talk to you and tell you that what he has to say when you met?
Yeah, his case is very simple. The whole country knows, and it was widely carried in the media also, which I am repeating now. He said that I have nothing to do with this matter. I have done no contact with Abu Salem, which is alleged. I have not done anything. I have been in London a month before the incident. In July, he had shifted to London because his wife was having medical treatment there. He says only my enemies have fabricated and police have only in order to show that they have solved the case. And earlier there was so much pressure, and they said that it is their Bollywood man himself, who has done it, and they are blaming police. But it was not correct.
The book also talks about the defamation case between
Which case?
defamation case
Ah,
between
yes,
Mr. Dutt and Sanjay Nirupam.
correct.
Why it was important for Mr. Dutt to go to court for this, for that matter?
Naturally, what senseless allegations he made against Sunil that he was highly respectable member of parliament only because his son was involved in Tata case. They beat him that way. What he did, Sanjay Nirupam made a public statement that out of 200 or 300 days, Sunil Dutt has attended only 2 days or 3 days. What nonsense! Does he not see the record? The record in the attendance in Lok Sabha is available, and that is what we were furious. How irresponsible statements you are making. What kind of a people's representative is he when he has attended only 1 or 2 occasions in Lok Sabha in 5 years? What nonsense does he talk? How can he defame it like that? So he had to apologize.
Also about that, staying with the defamation case, the case that was filed by Anupam Kher against then CPM leader
Surjit, yes,
Harkiran
Surjit.
Singh.
Down
What
there
if an
again,
actor or a
you see,
citizen, sir?
no, no, there also what happened was Surjit had made certain allegations because Anupam Kher at that point of time was the chief of finance, film finance board or something, film board.
CBFC.
So, yes, something like that. So, naturally, Anupam Kher was offended by what statement was made. And therefore, we filed a case. And that case, Surjit was a very elderly person at that point of time. And he passed away soon thereafter. So, court issued process, asked him to come to the court, but he could not come to the court. Then the exemption application was made that he is not well, but we showed that he is not well is not correct. He is addressing political meetings. So court issued warrant against him. And thereafter he said, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing, and we compromise and withdraw the case. That is how we did it.
You also mentioned in the book about your childhood, and that
Yes.
Amjad Khan was your classmate in college. You were in
Who?
same. Amjad Khan.
Yes, yes. Amjad Khan was in my college during the same time.
Did you meet him after he delivered the memorable performance of Gabbar?
Yes, of course. I met him when he met with accident thereafter. I saw him in Nanavati Hospital. He was quite handsome, and he was, of course, very friendly. And he used to act in dramas in the college, the RD National College.
Sure. Sir, the book also has a small chapters called "In a Lighter Vein." These are short, interesting anecdotes, which I like to call courtroom humor,
Yes,
including moments like a judge telling an accused that he could hire a lawyer for just $20 and
exactly. The,
another lawyer dozing off in front
but
of the judge. But I like the quote that the quote by Abraham Lincoln that you mentioned in the book.
exactly,
You
yes. They
know,
have a dozing advocate, and naturally, the learned judge just hinted me without disturbing anybody. I touched him, and he suddenly woke up. And then I said that it is advisable to 8 hours. You work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours, but make sure that they are not the same hours.
yeah, a lovely, what a lovely relevant today when there's so much talk going on about 70
But
hours
this
shift.
was this was witty. This was humorous at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to have wit to generate interest if the matter becomes dull. One, I have said that my son told me that why are you so frequently going to London to have conferences? You can well have it in your drawing room. So I said, oh, fine. But then I was shocked when he said further that you can even shake hands. So this is, of course, a joke. Then the learned prosecutor was very brilliant, Mr. Shrikant Bhatt. Immediately got up and said it's possible in the case of Mr. Memon because his arms are too long.
There's another chapter in the book called Bollywood and its U-turn. It's about the film Chori Chori Chupke Chupke.
Right, right, right.
The producer was, of course, Nazim Rizvi and his connections with the underworld. As a senior lawyer with having an experience of over 50 years, we of course saw, Salman Khan being attacked by Lawrence Bishnoi gang a few months ago. Why it is Bollywood that is being constantly be on the radar or being targeted by these criminals, sir?
See, one reason is that it's a lucrative business, Bollywood, making film and making money, huge money comes and huge popularity and all that. It is very attractive. And therefore, in the decade of 90s in particular, the connection between the underworld people and Bollywood was at its peak. There used to be rumors that several big films are being financed by, say, Shakil or Rajan or X or Y or Z. Therefore, so much noise those days, and there were a couple of cases. Chori Chukke is one, as you said. Now, there it was alleged that the producer, director from Rizvi or somebody was there, the director. He was using the threat from Shakil and compelling actors and other players in the film, to agree to sign and work for his film. He used to say it is my film. From there, that is what is the case in Chori Chori Chupke Chupke. One part, as you talked about Shah Rukh, he was police statement was in that case that Rizvi director came along with one person who claimed to be Dawood's man or Shakil's man or something like that, and said that you have to sign this film. Maybe Shah Rukh said, "Okay, I have a procedure that my people will read the script, will also read the dates, find everything. If it fits in, because Shah Rukh was at the top, even those that time, just star number one probably. So he refused. But then if he refused, police say that they threatened him. Bhai ka hai, you can't refuse. And that is how the statement was. The police statement when I cross-examined Shah Rukh. Shah Rukh, in his evidence, gave a go by to that and said that nothing of that sort happened. Then I got an opportunity to cross-examine him. Then I clarified his position by saying that look here, in your career, when you are at the peak in Bollywood, number of people come and request that you sign our film, you help us do this, etc. You can't oblige everybody. So you may have refused many. He said, yes, I have refused many. This was one of those many cases which he refused. And there is no question of anybody threatening you. Then, prosecutor got up and asked, are you not scared of Shakil? This is a question asked, it is on record. Then, what brilliant reply this great actor gave. He said, Madam, I am scared of you also. That was a great. Anyway, so that is how that story came.
There's also a chapter in the book called BV number one and BV number two.
Oh, that is of course a little private, and I was reluctant to include this in the book because it's a personal life of Udit Narayan.
And finally, sir, what do you hope? What readers will take away after finishing Majid's
See,
memoir?
my online message is don't lose hope in our judicial system. Don't lose hope in our investigating agencies. And investigating agencies and judges on the other side must also understand their responsibility and don't create an atmosphere in the country that people lose to have trust on you, believe you, and respect you. Respect is not demanded, respect, it must be earned.
Well, with that, I want to thank you for talking to me and opening about your life experiences, sharing these interesting anecdotes. Uh, it was an honor talking to you, sir. Thank you so much, and all the
Thank you.
best. And I think readers will enjoy your memoir. Really, very good.